So my name is Andy Milenius, and I'm the CTO of MakerDAO. And I was talking about our stablecoin DAI. And if you don't know, a stablecoin is a cryptocurrency that has low volatility relative to the most popular fiat currencies. So DAI is worth $1, and it has been since it launched in December.
Nice. And what is the advantage for that?
So it's more useful as a form of digital money because, like for a long-term engagement, like in a business sense, you can't really account for the for the volatility of ETH. It makes it very difficult to do any sort of like long-term planning or budgeting when you don't know what Ether is going to be worth in the future, or other fixed supply cryptocurrencies that are, of course, just as volatile.
Right. So are you getting interest from institutional kind of financial companies that are interested in using this somehow?
Maker definitely scratches the itch of the financial minds who are interested in cryptocurrency because it's very familiar to them. The way that the actual system works is very similar to like basically how all modern finance works. So we've found we're making very interesting external partnerships right now.
Great.
Yeah. Such as with ChronoLogic.
Yes, exactly. So thank you for that. So I do work for ChronoLogic, and our main product right now is the Ethereum alarm clock.
Pretty sweet.
And that's scheduling transactions for the future. How do you think that kind of thing fits into this whole ecosystem?
This is a perfect example of a time that you need DAI because, I mean, by definition, the Ethereum alarm clock is thinking about something that's happening in the future, right? So if I put some ETH into the contract right now, expecting something to happen in the future, I have no idea what I'm actually going to pay for that work, right? It's very difficult to budget. It's very difficult to do anything at scale that way. So if I wanted to use the Ethereum alarm clock like in my business, build on top of it, I obviously need to use DAI because I simply can't know. I need to know how much money I'm going to be spending when the transaction actually gets triggered.
I like your thoughts on that. Thank you. Okay, so what's the vision for DAI for 2018?
2018, I want to put the name up in lights. I want DAI to become a household name. So right now, like I said, we have a version live, and we have since December, but it's beta. So it's kind of like constrained necessarily, just the way that it's set up and sort of some of the important stability features aren't there yet. So the most important thing for us is, of course, launching the next version. So this summer, we're going to launch a version that can scale much, much larger to billions and billions of DAI. Right now, there's only 30 million in the world. So scaling is obviously huge for us. And then as far as that, like a lot of it comes down to partnerships, integrations, and specifically creating liquidity for DAI, both between DAI and other cryptocurrencies, and then between DAI and fiat currencies.
Great. I heard that there's some kind of beginner explanation that you have on your website. Can you tell us how to access that?
For people who want to learn more about how Maker works, because it's famously thought of as complicated, you might check out the famous Maker for Dummies, a plain English explanation of the DAI stablecoin. It's an excellent Medium post by one of our community members, Greg.
Great. And where else can they go to learn more about Maker?
MakerDAO.com.
Great.
And if you want to meet the community, then you can join chat.makerdao.com. A lot of magic happens in chat.makerdao.com.
Nice. Okay, well, thank you for presenting at EdCon, and thanks for talking to us.
Thanks for having me.